Welcome to Amplifying Leadership and Tip Thursday with Tara. I am Tara Lehman, a partner, coach, and consultant at Twin Life Coaching and Business Services, of which Amplifying Leadership is a division. I hope to bring you some information or a key takeaway you can use to build, enhance, or grow your leadership skills with Tip Thursday with Tara. So today is a favorite tip of mine, and it's because it's really simple and you can completely shift how you lead. And it's all about the power of asking questions rather than telling people things. There is a place for telling, that's okay. But I want to give you a bit of a tip on how the power of asking can actually change a dynamic between the leader and a team. So why does this matter anyway? Well, it's really easy when we're really busy to get caught up in the whole telling people what to do. It feels really good. It feels efficient. It feels like we can get things done. So we say, hey, Tara, here, I need you to complete this by Friday. Go do it. Sometimes there might be a thank you at the end, which is always really important, by the way. If you're going to be telling people, here's the task, get it done by Friday, go do it. Thank you. The thanks is really important because it's more important for them than it is for you. They want to feel valued. So even that little word at the end, if you are telling, is really important. Telling does create compliance. People will get work done most cases. But the asking creates ownership and empowerment of whatever task we're giving them. So when you do ask the right questions, you're not just directing the conversation or directing them to do something, but you actually engage them. You help them feel empowered and ownership, and you give them a chance to contribute, problem solve, maybe even come up with ideas you didn't think of. So what does this actually look like? Think about these types of things. If you are giving an instruction of, I need you to do it this way, try something else such as, how do you think we should approach this? Or do you feel that there's another option? You actually may discover that your idea isn't the best one when we open it up to asking what other solutions may be out there of how to do it, whatever it is. Your team also then feels valued because you're actually listening to maybe their solutions if they have some. If they have no ideas, you need not worry about that, but the question is what's important. If they say, you know what, I think your approach is best, great, then you use your approach. But now we have a little bit more buy-in and ownership into it. You can also try using questions really to clarify any understanding. So I hear a lot of leaders say to me, I tell them I need it by Friday. But sometimes it can be like, okay, it's loosey goosey. I only need it by Friday. If you have a very tight deadline, you might want to say, I need this by Friday at noon. However, what do you need from me in order to meet that deadline? That's the question part. What do you need from me to meet the deadline? This will help you understand any barriers. So there's a lot of barriers around time, around workloads. Maybe someone else is an indirect manager and gave them something big due by Friday. It does really keep things moving without unnecessary stress. But if we say we need this by Friday and we end it, they may be feeling, okay, I don't have a choice. But what do you need from me to meet this? Could be, you know what, do you mind? Can I give the admin stuff I was doing for so and so to so and so? And maybe there's a delegation that happens. Another good reason why we want to ask questions is because we don't want to assume things. So, for example, someone might say to you, why isn't this done yet? Seems very firm, very direct. But what if we were to ask a question instead? So for example, it could be, what is getting in the way of meeting this deadline? Or what is getting in the way of you not having completed this? So instead of just getting the excuses of I didn't have enough time or had another project, which are excuses, we actually opened that door for honest conversation. Perhaps you're going to learn something you didn't even know was a true barrier, especially in matrix organizations where people have direct and indirect managers. There might be somebody indirect giving them a project that they need done, and it's really causing issues about why they aren't getting all their work done on time. Let's open up those questions. I did one time work with a leader, a really great leader who did actually ask almost at the end of every conversation, what do you think about what we just said? Or what are your thoughts on ABC? And it takes time to build the trust. So at first I thought that's weird. They're just being really nice to me. But over time, I actually realized that they were being genuine. They really, really wanted to know what I thought or what I thought on a project we were working on. And so I felt safe sharing my ideas and thoughts or other solutions. So it does take time to build the trust if you don't have it. So maybe that is a place that you start. Is just asking, what do you think about that? Or what are your thoughts on that? The one question did make me feel a lot more invested over time and a lot more confident in my role and with them as one of my indirect leaders. Here's your challenge this week. I want you to pick a conversation where you intentionally ask instead of telling. So it could be with your team, could be with a peer, it could even be with your boss, believe it or not. Notice how the tone shifts and how the other person might start to engage a little differently, and how it now becomes more of a collaborative conversation. Keep in mind that if people don't have a good trust with you with this, if this is something new you're trying, there may be a bit of a hesitation. So this could take a while for them to build that up. Be patient. Really, the heart of great leadership is the ability to guide without controlling, to empower people. We don't want to micromanage them. And we also want to inspire solutions when we need them. And we want to make sure that we're also open to new solutions because maybe ours aren't the best. By choosing to ask instead of doing the whole telling thing all the time, you actually open that door for your team to feel that they can share their ideas. They now have ownership and buy in to what we're doing, and they can even grow. And you create that environment where we do feel valued, heard, capable, and have the ability and skills. Thank you for joining me for this week's Tip Thursday. I've just launched a brand new leadership community with leaders for all levels, where we can dive into topics like this every week. It's a space to grow, reflect, connect with other leaders who are also doing this hard work as you are with heart. If it does sound something that you can benefit from, please visit us at amplifyingleadership.ca/community-info for more information. That is our Tip Thursday with Tara for this week. If you or someone you know is struggling with leadership priorities to building strong, empowered teams, I am here to help. Please visit our website for more information on programs, community coaching, and more at amplifyingleadership.ca, a Twin Life coaching and business services division. Until next time, remember, leadership matters.